the master students at the Technical University of Munich, Germany. He contributed publications to IEEE on antennas, ultra-wideband and wide LAN applications. I personally traveled with Mr. Yatish for 1 year of my college life, and he has been a very inspiring, hardworking, and honest person. So we are very glad to have you with us today.
Thank you, Krishna. Sounds really great.
Yes, sir. So
Hope you are
I
doing
would.
well.
Yes, sir.
You are in the second year of your studies, right?
Third year.
Third year. Okay, okay.
Yes, sir.
Nice.
So yeah, I won't say much about you today, sir, but we do have the president and mentor of our club, Dr. Dhananjay Tripathi, with us here today. So he's one of the people who worked with Mr. Yatish very closely and watched him and guided him. So I would like to request Dr. Dhananjay, sir, to say a few words about Mr. Yatish. So over to you.
About Yatish, okay. What should I say? He is a great learner, right? One thing that I have noticed, of course, means there are other faculty members here. Yatish work very closely with Surjit, right? And but my association with Yatish is a bit longer because Yatish, I started teaching him in first semester, and there are many incidents, right? Actually, but I'll discuss one of the incidents, right? You see, Yatish was the coordinator at the NP cell for internship in his third year, and it was his hard work that made us achieve the 100% internship. So that led us a lot of expectation from everybody that we are going to have a great statistic, and we had actually with for his batch. But I must tell you, I must confess you that and why I'm telling you this, there's a reason why I'm telling this particular anecdote. But we are finding it, we are struggling, we are finding it really difficult to get Yatish place, right? And the entire semester, the odd semester, we could not do it. So one fine morning, I came to know that Yatish was a bit demotivated because he's not getting place. I called Yatish in the office, and I still, I still remember it was the evening time. The day was Tuesday, right? And I told him that you are not made for a job, Yatish. I have been knowing this. It's not new for me. I was really not expecting that you will get placed. But because you are, feeling down, I must say that you will get placed in a very good company. But I still believe that you are not for a job. And after that, what happened that Yatish got placed. I think he got one very good offer actually from in Perfect VIP, and then we again had a discussion, and then that discussion continued for at least 2-3 months, right? And finally, even after leaving the campus, we decided, and I told Yatish, you take a decision. It will be your decision, and whatever decision you will take, you have to make it, you have to prove it right. And I'm always there to support you. And we finally decided, Yatish decided not to join the company. And he made the decision, right later on. Then he got selected for, the higher studies. And actually, why I'm telling you this? I'm telling you this that there are many students, right, who fail to recognize their strength, right? But when they, and normally what happens that they feel demotivated because they're not getting placed, because they're not getting good marks or something, right? But what keeps you going in life is that you must keep searching, you must keep evaluating yourself, you must keep evaluating yourself in the right direction, whether you are doing the right thing or not. If you are doing the right thing, you should never feel low in life. I had Yatish is one such example, right? And today you see Yatish stands at a different position altogether from all other his batchmates, right? And I still remember that day, and I know today I'm living this day. This is entirely different. Yatish, I have told you that there will be a day when you will feel that yes, you have taken the right decision, right path, right? And I have always seen Yatish, inclination towards research. The same thing I have noticed in many other students, right? And I must tell you that all of them were told by me that you must capitalize on your inclination towards research. But unfortunately, very few of them really worked on that. Yatish is one of them, right, who worked and really achieved it, right? So Yatish, the foremost important thing about Yatish is that he's a very good, very quick learner. He's a very hard worker. I still remember in the very first semester, there was an incident, right, which really inspired me to work with him. There was an incident I'll tell you sometime, right? And that incident really, inspired me that I picked him, on that particular day that this is the boy I have to work with him, right? I will take him in my team, right? So I noticed on the very first day when he joined, in the very few beginning weeks of his studies at NIT Sikkim, that is a very hard worker and a very quick learner. And as Krishna said, he's a very honest person. And this is something which will, take you to the any level in life. If you're hardworking, if you are honest, and if you are sincere, right? And these three attributes, Yatish is a living example of these three, attributes. He's technically very sharp. There is no doubt about that. He got 2-3 publications as a graduate student with Turkey. I know everybody know about that, right? And then he picked the right people, actually, right? As a I must say that he picked the right friends, right decision, right time, right. He was working in the right domain with right people, right. So these things actually contribute, right, and takes you up in terms of the ladder of success, right. So these three things are very crucial, and I believe that everybody who is present in this meet must learn these three basic things, that you have to be always conscious that you are learning every day, every time, from everyone. You have to learn something from your surrounding, from your friends, peers, faculty members, books, whatever. You're watching some movie, whatever, right? You have to learn something, and you must be very hardworking and sincere. Yatish has actually inspired the entire batch for 100% internship and 100% placement. He actually inspired the batchmates for publications, for conferences, conference papers, and everything. So even at a level of student, he did marvelous work, right? The entire for the entire student fraternity at NIT Sikkim. So I really appreciate it. I'm very happy. I feel very happy whenever I connect with my students. I feel very happy with be it Yatish or Vishal or anyone, right? So I'm very happy. Rohan, right? That finally Yatish has achieved what he actually was aiming for, right? I won't keep it very long. So I'm very happy. I'm feeling very happy to interact with you, Yatish, right? I missed one of the interaction in the morning because I was in market, right? Subham, one of my students, was there, right? I could not, interact with him today. But yes, yeah. So Krishna, please, make it as lively, as interactive as possible, because I want the first year, second year, third year student to learn maximum things from Yatish, right? And believe me, Yatish is someone from whom you can learn maximum. Right? Yes, Krishna.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the great words.
Yes, sir. A student can be very well defined from a teacher's perspective, and hearing to sir's words, we got to know how Yatish sir was when he was in the college. So that was indeed very good to listen to you, sir. So yes, Mr. Yatish. So first of all, I would like to ask you, sir, how are things going on in your area, and like how are you handling your pandemic situation over there?
So there is nothing much about to say, because even after coming to Munich, Germany, I didn't explore much of these places, because it's like again in the same hostel, sitting in the same home. That's just like that, like the way you are doing in India, sitting at your place and listening to the classes. I'm also doing the similar stuff. Sometimes I go to my office and just doing some stuff, but there's nothing much I have done exploring things, or visiting some very good places, traveling across the borders of the country. I have not done anything, but I'm still waiting for COVID to pass away, good days come. So yeah, it's like that in terms of COVID, and yeah, classes are going well. Syllabus is so hectic as well. You don't even get time to think about these things, at least.
Yes, sir. But we are very happy to see some of the Instagram posts that you keep. Yes, that is like some good sceneries and everything. So
yeah, I use Instagram as a personal diary kind of thing. Like people used to use their diaries, they write it down every day that they have visited this, they have done this kind of things. So I'm using Instagram as that thing. Like at some 40 or 50, I would turn back my Instagram posts. I start looking at when I went to the Germany, this is the first place I visited, this is the second place, this is the place with these people. So this is a a picture diary kind of thing. I'm using it in such a way.
Yes, sir. So, yeah, before proceeding with the further questions, I would like to mention this to all the participants in the meet. You can post your questions in the chat box. You can post your questions now, or you can post your questions after the whole questionnaire gets completed also. So, yeah, I would be very glad to take the questions. I mean, like, so I would also be very happy, I believe, to take questions from the chat box. So,
Yeah.
yeah, the next question for you would be, sir. What would be the variables to consider before taking any major career decision?
First thing I would like to suggest is explore your potential. Like not in terms of what people are telling behind you or beside you, like your colleagues are doing something and you feel like, yeah, if that guy is doing something in that stuff, I'm also capable of doing it. It's not it's needless. Like you may have your own potential. You need not compare with yourself. First, just sit patiently and just check out your potential, whether or not you have enough opportunities to grab that, or you get a platform to showcase your talents in your potential. It's irrespective of that, just first make sure your potentials. So after that, you just dig out how to make these goals be achieved. So I would say extracting the potential is the first thing. So until and unless you extract your potentials, you cannot target, or you cannot move into any direction. And even if you move in some direction, at some point you feel like you're not satisfied with your life, and again you'll be jumping from one way to other way. This doesn't make any sense.
Yes, sir, very true. So, yeah, as I mentioned about a major career decision, one of such major career decision in your life is to choose TU Munich uh, to pursue your masters. So, any specific reason for choosing that particular university, sir?
Yeah, like I have when I applied to universities, I applied to Germany as well as Canada. So actually, I was getting only a couple of universities from Germany where I'm interested with the syllabus, curriculum, and all these things. So I also applied to Canada on the safe side. So I got from two universities, Technical University of Munich and the University of British Columbia of Canada. So the major decision, like taking TUM, the reason for that is. Both are equally prestigious and highly research oriented universities, I felt Germany is one of the best places to live, explore, and Europe is also one of the best places. And in terms of research, the innovation, Germany is called as the land of innovation, like best known for engineers and all these things. So I felt in terms of job opportunities also, I could see Germany is providing a lot more when compared to Canada. So this is the reason I have come to this place, and this should not be a general reason, but I have some good ideology towards Einstein. And of course, today is Einstein's death anniversary, if everyone knows it. So, Einstein is from this particular place, Munich. So, it somehow it subconsciously, it, guided me to TUM.
Well, that was that is a thing we got to know today only, sir. Uh, design science death anniversary. So, so yes, sir. So getting back to the questionnaire, TU Munich. So, what would be the differences, the main differences that you find, other than it is obvious that the place is different, but what are the major things that you find in terms of working environment and other things from here, between NIT Sikkim or India and TU Munich?
Yeah, I cannot exactly say the difference between NIT Sikkim and TUM because the streams are extremely different. In NIT Sikkim, I was doing bachelor's, and here I'm doing a master's, so it will be obviously very different compared to the both the grounds from bachelor's and master's. But what I could say from CHUM is that professors touch the concepts at a very superficial level. They are running like anything. And from my experience, maybe people have their own experiences, but in my experience, I feel like professors are running like anything. Even in the first class, they start like after the first class, I feel like there's a lot of things I have to study now, right from the first class or the first semester. So they are very much technical oriented. They are very much syllabus oriented. They have the fixed guidelines of doing this class in these chapters on particular days. They make sure that will be completed at any point. And this COVID or whatever, like COVID has created a shortage of 1 month of October month of classes, but there is no shortage in syllabus. They packed the entire syllabus into the 4 months, which has to be expanded in 5 6 months, something like that. They have completely packed into 4 months, and they are rushing like anything. So it's it's completely student oriented, I would say. Like professors don't think about anything. They just keep on telling, they're just giving, give the knowledge they have. So it's completely student based. They have to fight based on their capacity. They have to fight on their own. They have to make things happen. So I would say that, and in terms of laboratories and all these things, now we have, like in the second semester, we have taken some labs. So even last week we have started our classes. So I have to go to the labs and I have to explore how labs are.
So yes, sir. So as you mentioned, like there are many, like you felt it the very first uh, time that there are many things to learn. So yeah, learning is indeed a very lengthy process. Like to be more precise, it is a never-ending process. And yeah,
Yeah.
of course, you've always been very curious about many things, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
So yeah, so as a student, this is a very like important question, even for me, and hopefully for many other students present over there. So for every student, there will be a stage in their life. There will be one moment or a particular time in their life where they, like they decide not to go to job, or they decide to go to job. Like there will be one moment in everybody's life where they will get a clarity regarding what to do. Like, should I pursue my studies further, or should I get into a job? So which was this particular time in your life, like
Yeah,
in your life?
obviously after my bachelor's, like in 2019, after passing out from the NIT Sikkim in 2019 May, I was enjoying the whole month of June, and in July I got to know some reasons, and I was skeptical about joining the company in July. So I was making a big decision, and I was talking to many people. I was asking suggestions from many people, including Suvijit sir and Dhananjay sir as well from the NIT Sikkim campus, and other people I know. I was trying to make decision whether or not I should leave the job, because the point would be very easy when you are doing a job and at the same time you have an offer from the university. Then it's not a big deal to select one out of those two, because job or university, that's not a big deal. You can select it. But the moment when I was making the decision, I only have a job and I don't have any admission from the university. But if I don't get into a job, if I reject the application offer and I start applying to the universities, it's not sure that I'll be getting an admission into the university. It's completely risky. And after that, if I don't get, it's not even possible when you come out of the umbrella of NIT, it's not even possible to get into a very good job. And that too in these COVID scenarios. And I'm very fortunate that I have got into my universities when I have taken the big risk of my life. And I'm very grateful that my parents and all the people around me have supported, inspired me to do what I wanted to do.
Yes, sir. So yeah, we are also very glad that the risky decision that you took turned out to be one of the very best decisions of your life. So Hadi, congratulations from our side, sir. And
Thank you.
yeah, yes, sir. So we do have a question from one of our batchmates. So how to keep oneself away from plagiarism while aiming for publication and innovation?
Okay, when you write, okay, you are talking about the conference, okay, publications.
Yes, sir.
Of course, I believe plagiarism check will affect your publication conference paper writings in terms of introduction part and the conclusion part, hopefully. Because, introduction and conclusions are a bit similar in almost all the papers, like, because there is a chance of coincidence. Because when you take a particular topic, let us suppose you take a wireless communications, someone asks you about what do you know about wireless com, you'll be putting some introduction. So everyone though has a different introduction, but the concept, the ground will be the same there. So at that point only you have make sure that you are not having these plagiarism issues. And in the other part, like coming to the main core of the paper, like the project you have done, these all things. So definitely when you are publishing something, your project will be different from other papers. So there's no problem in plagiarism as far as I believe. In introduction, you have to go through different papers and make sure how things are being defined, like how people are changing the verbal attempt in different terms. So in that way, I think you can get rid of plagiarism. So never go with a single paper as your reference. Even Surya sir also used to suggest me, used to share me many papers to go through those papers. So, I can make out a good introduction from my side where, plagiarism will not affect at least. So it's always advisable not to go with single paper, take multiple papers into the same domain, do the research, think about, how can you frame based on the core aspect of your paper. I think that should help you.
Yes, sir. So yeah, indeed, it was very informative, sir. So you also submitted some of your publications to IEEE. So yes, sir. And you also worked with very good organizations such as DRDO, and you were also a SRFP intern in 2017. So yes, like in that point, like how to work with an organization, how to select an organization in the first place, and even talking about the SRFP, you worked in IIT Bombay. So that is a very prestigious institute for a nation. So would you say something about choosing the organization or choosing an institute where to work, or like would you give more priority to the field, or like in what ways would you be proceeding?
Technically speaking, IIT Bombay, I have worked there, but it's not like I have selected IIT Bombay, because SRFP is a program where it organizes and selects people and puts into different organizations. It's not in my hand, like the organization's hand, the committee's hand. So I got into IIT Bombay. Anyways, of course, it's a prestigious. Even if someone asks you where do you want to go and work, I definitely say the same place again. So it's like a coincidence. By luck, I got it same place. So actually, that was the first time I was getting exposed to the real environment of engineering, real research, and all these things. Till then, I don't know anything about. I mean, anything in the sense anything. I was absolutely zero about this technical domain. I was just studying, nothing else. I don't know even why I'm studying. It was that the case. But when I've been to IIT Bombay, I have seen many people working in such a way, like there is a lot of research. They have asked me to do some literature survey, and after that, I got a hands-on experience on some hardware. I used softwares and all these things. So that project, even though it's not into communications, that was actually into nanoelectronics. So that has inspired me a lot to get into this field of technical domain and research. So I would say that is a turning point of my life to select the research path. Like at least I could not say research path as of now, but I could say like higher studies and all this
So
into the technical domain, into the core domain.
yes, sir. So would you say that having getting interned in IIT Bombay through SRFP, it was a kind of a start for your interest towards research?
Yeah, definitely. That is the only start I have, and that is why I still remember that IIT Bombay days and all these things. So that was the turning point in my life.
So would you like to speak something about IIT Bombay, sir? Like your experience in IIT Bombay, about your mentor or about your work or your experience over there at the place?
Yeah, I went in mid-May, and in third week of May 2017, after completing my second year of exams at NIT Sikkim. And after going there, I was not aware of anything. What should I do and something like that. I met the first day my mentor, and he actually told me to go through some stuff. Like he asked me which year you are. Do you know this stuff? I told no, I don't know anything about those stuff. Actually, we study those in the pre-final year. So I was not aware of all those stuff. But they told that you have to study these things. In 1 week or 10 days, I started doing literature survey of all those things. The interesting thing, the first thing I was encountered with the professor there. Like professor was not at that place. He was in Canada, I think. And after in 1 week, I was asked to present to the professor there, like what I'm studying and why I'm studying, what I'm going to do down the lane for the 2 months at IIT Bombay. So I was asked to do a presentation, and I was in such a state I don't even know to make a very good technical, professional, official presentation even. I made it in such a way, and I just took it to the professor. I just explained it in my own way. Then they told that you should not do this, that, and all these things. So from the next time, I made sure, like that is a place where I also learned, how to make a purely highly confidential and technical presentations. And after that, I started working. It was a pretty tough thing because I was not aware of coding and using softwares and all these things. But I have been doing because I like the environment there. People were supportive, and professor used to have meetings with me and other colleagues once in every 2 weeks or something like that. So we used to report something what we have done. Actually, my work is on nanoelectronics. I don't want to make it more technical because there are other people apart from ECE department as well.
Yes.
Okay, so it's actually into nanoelectronics, and I worked on MATLAB and all these things. So, and at the end, I had a very good experience with IIT Bombay. Like maybe in the mid of my work, I was just going on normally, but at the end, I got very good apprentice and all these things from my appreciations from the professor as well. Like I have developed some new coding techniques there. Though then the professor also suggested me once, you have developed a new code, you have proposed a new code, so you can write a paper and publish it. So I was even in that situation, I got that opportunity to write and publish in that second year of my place in at IIT Bombay. I mean, but I was not aware what is publication, how to do a publication. I don't even know anything. So I just told, yes, sir, I'll do it. And later on, I didn't know anything. After that, I came back to NIT Sikkim. I don't know anything about it. And ultimately, I got, in a bachelor's thesis, I started again working for 1 year or 1.5 years with Surajit sir. So, he helped me in telling these publications and all these things. He guided me all the way. So I did that in such a way. So it was a very good experience, and that is the biggest motivation for all my life.
Yes, sir. So we can see
And
that
IIT.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please.
Yeah, I also still remember the day I went to IIT Bombay. Like I had missed my connecting train and all these things. I was stuck in Bihar and I have to travel for 40 hours of journey. I have to do. I still remember, like I don't have anything with me except money. I have money, but I don't have a ticket. I don't have anything with me. So I still remember the hectic way I have. The journey was very terrific. But even then, my mom used to call me and used to tell me that, come back to home. Why do you want to go there then if you don't have even a ticket? But I told, Mom, it's IIT Bombay. Whatever it is the case, I have to go. Even I'll go, the 2 days journey, maybe 4 days or 1 week, but I will go there definitely. I'm not going to come back to home. So I went it, and I still believe that it's a very fortunate and, it's a worthy decision that I have took today for what I'm doing here.
Yes, sir. So we can see that IIT Bombay has not only been a start to your research life, but also it has taught you many things. Like you have started your coding properly from over there only, and you faced many problems while traveling to there too. So you got to know many things. You got to learn many things. So we are very happy for you in that concern, sir. So yeah, another question is from another batchmate of us. You can see in the chat box. So you have an Instagram page, Brain Eye Code. So what was your motivation behind that page? So
yeah, Brain Eye Codes, it has some special motivation. Like I have some overthinking issues and kind of things. I used to do overthinking a lot. Like for every small thing, I used to think a lot, and I used to, I used to make a story for, for down the lane for the whole life. I used to make like that. Something happens, I used to think about it, worry about it a lot. I used to get into pressure, nervous, tension, and all these things. So I then started to get out of these things, and I started, some getting insights. I mean, I started to stay in solitude for some days, and I used to started meditation and all these things as well. So I then sometimes I used to get when I was sitting on the banks of river in our places, I used to get some insights. So I thought, why can't I make these insights and put it on some page or something like that. So anyways, I used to get some insights, so I started it like that way. It's like self-development kind of thing.
yes, sir. So that was very thoughtful of you, that your insights may be not only for you, it came from you, not only for you, but it could be useful for others too. So that was indeed a very great decision, sir, of course.
Thank you.
So, yes, sir. So moving on to the next question from the questionnaire. So everybody has many memories from the place from where they graduated. So you also hopefully have many such emotions, many such memories from NIT Sikkim. So what is your most unforgettable memory that you would be thinking about in any time of your life, that involving your friends, your batchmates, your juniors, anybody?
I would say it's actually a bit funny, but I would say our cricket team at NIT Sikkim. I can never forget it.
Yes,
I should not say more about this because it's not my own thing. Like, because it's a part of team, so it's like one of the wonderful teams I have experienced.
So would you like to share the name of your team, sir?
Yeah, we used to change names every time, so there's no fixed name. And we used to change our captains as well. One time I used to do as a captain, and other times Snaith used to do, and sometimes Pawan used to do it. Like, we were just playing for the sake of playing. We just love playing, and we just used to make our own team and get onto the grounds. It's
Yes,
like
sir.
one of the best memories we had with cricket.
Well, yes, sir. So, your favorite name? Just mention your favorite name, sir, like from the team names that you had.
I think you know the name, so that is why you're more focusing on that name.
Just like if you could then tell it out for the audience once, sir.
But they don't understand it. It's actually called Avkai Pakodi, one of the name, but only Telugu people can relate it. We just want to make fun of the name, like fun of the team, like a crazy team. It's not, very damn interested in playing cricket or very serious about cup and all these things, but we are just to play, enjoy. And the name also has to be very crazy. And this was a Pawan's suggestion, so we went with that.
Yes, sir. So, since you got the topic about cricket, so we have the Explode Cup that happens in our institute. So, would you like to share anything about your interests about Explode Cup and your achievements in that matches?
Technically speaking, I don't have any achievements in terms of Explode Cup, but we used to play in every cup, not only Explode Cup. We started from Diwali Cup, I think. Whatever cup they used to organize, people used to organize there. We used to participate with our team. In every cup, we used to play. We used to enjoy like anything. It was like a eye feast for people, audience sitting over there. No achievement, I would say. Achievement is enjoyment is my achievement there.
Yes, sir. Very well. So, yes, sir. So, we have a question from Mr. Naveen Pratap Singh in the chat box. So, he's asking, what was the source of motivation for you? The person, the quote, or something else? Anything like that?
Yeah, it's not like some person or something like that. It's just development. Like it's always development can be holistically. It's not someone is doing very well in technicality and he's not at all taking care about his health and wealth and family and relations and all these things. It doesn't make any sense. So it's only a single life. You have to make the best out of it. So I was trying to explore all the domains of my life. So I just thought I have to make my mind more stable, take good decisions in life. So I thought like that. So that was the change there. That gave the spark there.
Yes, sir. Very well. Yes. So, since we spoke about your unforgettable memory involving your friends, and you said that it was your cricket team. So, like, would you say anything about your beautiful and witty memory of like involving our college, which is involving the people you work with, faculty to be more precise? A
In
memory
terms
with
of
faculty
projects
that
and all.
okay, the projects.
Yeah, I
So, do
used
you
to
have
work
any?
like
Yes, sir.
yeah, I worked for the last 3 semesters of my bachelor's with Surajit sir. Like we got like in that at that time I don't know how the project allocation is being done today, but those days the project allocation was in such a way like the highest pointer would get the highest reference, like his choice. He could get his choice. So I was not one of the leading pointer candidates of the department. So I was very much worried, like, if I would get an opportunity to work under Surajit sir or not, because the topic was very interesting and I was also very much, interested in working in under his guidance. So, but, rules are rules. So I was not having very good pointers. I was very much worried. And I know that Surajit sir has a lot of competition there because, many people want to work under his guidance there, as far as I know. So I was pretty nervous about that, but, I don't know, but I got it. So then from then I started working and I worked for 1.5 years. And after that also we were in touch and we also met in one of the conferences in Varanasi in 2020, February, sometime I
Mhm.
think. So it was a great experience under his guidance, I would say.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah, and with other faculty I didn't work much. I just used to attend classes, nothing else.
Yes, sir. Very well. Yes, sir.
Like
So,
I used to have two homes, like uh, professional homes. Like one is the department I used to work under his guidance, and other one is TNP. TNP is another home there. I used to work under Dhananjay sir there. Most of the time I used to run from this place to that place, academic building to TNP building. I mean academic EC department to TNP. I used to
yes,
go both of these places.
sir. Right now we are also missing that working environment in the college, sir, due to pandemic.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. So, since you got the conversation about TNP, So you also worked in the web development cell of our college, the training and placement cell of our college, and you've been like the managing members of Utkam and Abhyantran of your time also. So could you share something about all these aspects, sir? The WDC, TNP, Udgam, Abhyantran of your time, and if any other things that you have, extracurricular activities of your college life.
As far as I believe, I have participated in all the events of NIT Sikkim. Almost all the things I believe, like the first one I think is WDC, because that is the first one I have encountered with, joining a team or something like that in my first semester or second semester, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I was actually not a technical member of the WDC because I was not into computer science or coding. I was into, content developer of WDC. There also I worked with Balaji sir and Dhananjay sir there. So after that, I think the next one is a training and placement cell. Yeah, in the second year, again, I got to work with Dhananjay sir from there, like purely into the technical core part of Dhananjay sir's departments. So it's like a training and placement cell. I went into that. I started working there, and I believe, and I can strongly say that even Dhananjay sir can strongly say that I'm the only guy who got a lot of scoldings all throughout my bachelor's. I think he could not even find some other guy replacing me. I used to commit a lot of mistakes. He used to scold me like anything, and these things happened.
No, Yatish, I
So
must tell you one thing. Yatish, I must tell you that there are many other students, actually, your seniors, whom I have scolded, more than what I have done with you. But one important thing, as Yatish said that he was not the part of the technical team of WDC. I don't know whether Balaji is present or not, but you see, it was not the core criteria that we'll take only the people from CSC department as a as a member of a technical team in WDC. No, anybody can join. But see, Yatish, from the very first day, as I told you, the very first day, I noticed that there's a spark of innovation in Yatish, right? And that was the reason that I deliberately took him to the this content writing and other things. But believe me, Yatish was his suggestions were very relevant. His suggestions were very relevant. I still remember that when we were discussing at that time the earlier framework of the institute website, Yatish used to give a lot of technical suggestions, and we have always honored all those suggestions that Yatish extended. We found it very relevant, right? And then he later on he actually mentored the juniors also. So it was not like that he was not the part of technical team, so he was not suggesting or not giving or not sending technical help. He was always doing that, right, Yatish. And see, I used to scold, and I must tell you that whenever you will come to me again, I may scold you again. Right?
So
yeah, and
yes,
after that, I think Udgam second year and third year is Abhyantran. Like again, I was a part of creativity team of Udgam and tech exhibition coordinator of Abhyantran. Again, I used to perform, I used to dance. I like in Udgam, I did it. Yeah,
See,
that's all. Like
he was a great dancer actually. By the way, I don't know how many juniors know that, but he was a great dancer. There are some YouTube videos also. The juniors must watch. He's a great dancer. I used to enjoy a lot whenever I used to see he's practicing in the MP hall, for the the choreography. He used to do a choreography also. Isn't it? Yeah? He used to teach the students to dance and all these.
not much. Like Akil used to do it. I used to be a part of like associate of with him.
yes, Mr. Yatish danced in his fourth year, Udgam 2018. So yeah, I do remember those glimpses. I still did not forget those. Yes, sir. Um, so the next question for you would be, yeah, as an engineer, what are the steps that you took that you may regret in life, and what are those steps which made very much positive changes in your life that totally stood as a turnover point?
Still, I would say like in the first two semesters, I mean, in the first 2 years for sure, I haven't studied anything. I completely ignored all the subjects because, I used to talk with some friends or some people around there. Those people used to tell me like, pointer is not at all important. for getting a job or for getting anything. Pointer doesn't matter at all. So I used to take those words very seriously, and I completely ignored my studies like anything. Even in the second semester, when I was staying outside the campus, like in the BH10, I don't know, you people might not be knowing it. That daily routine used to be like, I used to come out of the hostel. Uh, every student used to pack their bags and get into the bus to the college. And me, along with my few people around me, we used to turn to the left and go to the VCGL stadium to play cricket. We just made sure that we are having enough attendance, and apart from that, I didn't do anything.
No, I think
I completely.
that also includes, Surjit may tell, that may also include the classes that you have bunked, right? Isn't it? Huh? That also includes. Achha, by the way, I must tell you, I just came to know that Snehit has joined us. You know, Yatish, I don't know whether it is Snehit. Can you listen to us? I think he has joined us. Snehit,
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
why have you not switch on your? You should switch on your camera, man. And Yatish, I'll give you, Snehit is someone.
Just walking on the terrace. So
Sorry.
I was walking on the terrace, sir.
Okay, terrace. Okay, all right. You are with someone. Otherwise, there is no reason that
No.
you switch on your camera on terrace.
No,
Anyway,
sir, I am alone.
okay, you should be with someone, right? Okay. So Yatish, I tell you, Yatish, Snehit is someone whom I used to scold even more than you, right? And he has joined us. You see?
So yes, sir. So you
So
said that.
I would say that is the regretting part of my life. I'm not suggesting you people to, go to VCGL and play, leaving your studies. I'm never suggesting that. You will be, facing many issues down the line. I regret like anything for those days. Like I completely ignored maths. For at least, ECE students, mathematics is very important. So if you have done mathematics, if you are proficient in mathematics, I can say that at least 70 to 80% of ECE syllabus is done. So I just ignored the whole mathematics stuff in my first 3-4 semesters. So I have to, I have to gear up like anything in the last 4 semesters when I realized that I have to go into the technical fields. So then I realized that what the hell I have done in my past 2 years. So I would say better take everything seriously. You don't know when what will be important for you in your life. So, pointers are also very important, at least, to cross the thresholds at some points. So maintain, it's not a very bad thing. So attend classes, study, and enjoy, because BTech is all the way to enjoy. Even Elon Musk says it.
Yes, very true. That was very true. And yeah, this was the thing you regretted most in your engineering life. So, what was the the decision that you took in your engineering life? Like not from the master's part. We already got to know that yes, the TU Munich was the one of the best decisions in your engineering life. What decision is that you feel that it had become very advantageous for you? It had a very positive impact on you in the 4 years of BTech life.
I don't think I have made such critical decisions in the 4 years of my life. I would say like going to IIT Bombay, that is the one I think. Like if I have, given up on the troubles that day I was facing, even Snehit knows it because I was in touch with him. Like I don't have ticket and he was also trying to take the ticket and all these things. If I had given up that day, I would not have, doing all this, exposure. I would not have got any exposure towards research and all these things. So I would not have done anything. So I think, despite of taking all these obstacles, crossing all the hurdles, I have done it. And I would say that is the best thing I have done. So just because, it's not about traveling from one point to another, that travel, the journey for, just a couple of days, pressure, stress and all these things will change your life completely. Completely in a sense, completely. It changed the complete lifestyle of mine, like in terms of technicality. So I think that is the best decisions in my bachelor's I have taken. Apart from that, I didn't take any other decisions.
So you did not back out at that moment.
Yeah.
Yes. So it was like very good to know about that, sir. And yeah, so if anybody else has some other questions to ask Mr. Yatish, then you can please post it in the chat box. So till that time, sir, keeping in mind this pandemic situation, like I'm like mentioning it again and again, not to stress this topic much, but since this pandemic has got a very, I would say, a negative impact on all the engineers, like all the gonna be engineers. So, what would be your suggestion? What would be or your advice to the current BTech, like the students who are currently pursuing BTech?
See, everything has a pros and cons. You have to take the pros of everything. So it's better you take the pros of these pandemic situations. Anyways, everyone knows about the cons better because everyone wants to dig out the cons of every situation. So, you cannot attend the labs, you cannot attend the live classes. All these things are cons. I agree. So you cannot do anything upon it. So better take out the pros out of it. Like you can have, I would suggest people, juniors at roughly second year and third year, people start doing your coding like in MATLAB and Python and C, develop your skills in coding, and this is the best time you can do everything. And because also you are staying at home, you don't have any other extracurricular activities to perform. I understand when you are in the campus you have a lot of things to do apart from studies, especially like people like me. But at home you have nothing. I think even you don't even you will be getting very good food and very good support from all family around you, so you can just focus completely on your developing your coding skills, because coding has become the major part of jobs. Like every job asks for very good coding experience. So I would suggest especially for ECE people, get on hands-on experience in coding with MATLAB, Python and C. Start doing, like, you did not start all the three at the same point of time, but you can start with one of those. Like, you need not to do coding. I don't mean like do something like set up 3 laptops and start like feeling like a hacker doing something. Not like that. Just try to implement the stuff that math or the signal processing, like something like that. You can just try to implement all those things in MATLAB. Try to implement everything like Fourier transforms or whatever you study in the math, in the mathematical point of view. Try to implement everything on MATLAB. So you will get the feel of it, you'll get the visualization of it. And people who say that they are not interested in technical domains of ECE, I would say that because they have not experienced the domain, so they are not interested. So once someone does this and get the feel out of it, so definitely they'll be interested in that. So one who is planning for higher studies in the same domain, so definitely have to start it. And it's very advisable to start as early as possible to make your living better.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. It was indeed very insightful advice of yours to all the students, all the people present over here. So, yes, Dhananjay, sir, you have always guided Mr. Yatish. I'm sorry, sir, but just a moment. There is a last question in the chat box. You were into antennas and RF while BTech, and now into wireless comm. So, on this, would you like to say anything, sir?
Yeah, I would say wireless communications itself, like antennas is a subset of wireless comm. Wireless comm is not different from antennas. Antennas is a subpart of wireless comm. Okay, in terms of in my bachelor's, I worked on antennas. Now I'm working on even now I'm working on millimeter wave circuits and antennas as well. In Rohde Schwarz, I'm working on the same stuff. So I'm, as of now, being a student in masters, I'm trying to explore all the domains. So I'm trying myself best to get into wireless comm aspects, so that I can also experience and explore the domain, and later on I can make a perfect decision on which one I have to go. And it's also not like the case like I'm telling you, because I have seen many job opportunities here in Munich asking for knowledge of all the electronics and communication engineering. Even though the focus is on completely towards wireless comm, they ask for system on chip integrated circuits as well, even though people are not asked to do anything on that. I don't know why, like, but that's the case. Like, everyone expects you to be a very good engineer. Everyone expects the whole electronics and communication background, not just the subject you are interested in. So it's always obvious that explore all the subjects. It's okay that you give much priority or attention towards your interesting, fascinating subjects, but you have to explore the other subjects as well. You should not neglect them, because at some point you will realize that everything is interconnected. Maybe at this point you feel like this is out of my domain, I don't want to do it at all, but at some point you feel everything is interconnected. So at that point you'll be you have to fill out the gaps. So make sure that you don't have any gaps. Try to make sure that.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I would like to request Dr. Dhananjay Tripathi take an opportunity to speak as a conclusive statement to Mr. Yatish.
I have always, I was always willing, and actually, I was always hoping to interact with Yatish, right, and many other, like today I missed one of the opportunity. I really regret, but the time was such I could not make it up. So, but always wanted to interact with Yatish, and I think that uh, I was hoping that almost everybody from first year will come and join, right? But I'm not very, sad seeing that the entire first year has not joined. The reason is, I always say that we teach in a class of 100, 40, but we always know that all of them are not going to make S grade, right? Only those who are going to make S grade who are following us, right? So that was the one thing. I specifically wanted that Yatish must interact with the student because I keep on repeating, the people who are in fourth year or third year or even second year, they know Yatish Snehit is also there. I keep on repeating throughout, you keep listening that I always emphasize on three things, these three core values of my life: the honesty, sincerity, and hard work, right? And when I think about Yatish, I always see these things, these three attributes. I really, I really feel good when I, interact with people like Yatish and other students whom I see that yes, they have achieved what they wanted to achieve, right? Yatish always wanted to go out. You always wanted to pursue masters, right? You always wanted to contribute in the field of research. And somewhere you see it happens with all teachers, that when you work with the student, you also get emotionally attached with the students, right? So their dream, you start realizing, you start feeling that yes, if he will or she will achieve that dream, you will also feel satisfaction. So that way I always it gives me a huge satisfaction when I interact with Yatish, or for that sake with Rohan or with anyone, right? All of the students of mine. So I hope that Yatish will keep guiding, motivating the juniors, right? And I hope that juniors will make maximum of it. You can take down phone number, WhatsApp, all of that Instagram and other things now, which are available, and you can get in touch with Yatish. I hope that Yatish will guide them. The student will get maximum benefit from Yatish, right? And I hope that together with the alumni network, with the present set of students, with the upcoming students, with the faculty members, with the staff, with the administration, with everybody, right, will take this institute to a greater height. uh, you see, you have to play your part as a teacher, as a student, right? You have to play your part. I always try to do something which I can do for a student, and I have noticed that same thing in Yatish, in Snehit, right? For that sake, that they always used to follow the instructions. uh, there were many incidents, right, like where Yatish even many times Snehit used to get agitated why things are happening this way, why it cannot happen that way or this way. But slowly I know that now Snehit must be finding reasons why things happen that way, not your way. Actually, sometimes you do not have control over things, but you should always keep doing whatever you can do, and you will see that you'll it will follow, followed by good results. So as you said, keep patience, work hard, right? Remain focused, and most important, enjoy life on the campus. And that is something which I will suggest to your people. Enjoy your life on the campus, right? I feel very happy
Definitely.
because you used to ping me on WhatsApp. You used to discuss a lot. क्या होगा, result आएगा sir, कैसे होगा? I have taken a decision. Will I be able to prove this decision right? And today I really feel happy, that yes, that he's smiling. He's in Germany. He's doing his master's. So that, but take this at least that this is the first step. This is the first step, right? You have to go far away from this, right? Yeah. So with this, yes, if any other teacher, if any other teacher wants to say something, right? I think I don't know whether Sujit is there or not. So if he wants to say something, he can, right? Otherwise, we can say adieu. We can say bye to. I think yes, Sujit is there. Right? Sujit, if you wish to to talk to Yatish to say something your wishes? Otherwise, we'll wind it up. All right. So this, I believe, conclude. Yatish, if you want to say something, otherwise.
Yes, sir. I think I am done. Like I can answer if anyone has any questions.
Yes. So anybody is having any question, you can ask. Right. So what, Yatish, what you will do after this meeting?
After this meeting, sir.
Tell us about your routine there in Germany.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Your normal day routine. Normal day routine.
Sir, like from Monday tomorrow again I'll be moving to office and I'll have to manage the studies. I'll be attending my classes online, so I'll be doing my office work and classes from the office itself. And again I'll come back. I have to cook myself. I have to start doing some assignments and all these things. So it's like a general casual routine. So nothing interesting as of now.
Good. All right. All right, Yatish, thank you so much for joining us, right? And I hope that we'll meet sometime very soon, right? And thank you for entire, thank you, Snehit. You turned up. How do you come to know about it, Snehit?
I have seen your status, sir.
Today I learned how to change status on WhatsApp. I was not knowing it actually. And I learned it from one of my students. Right. This is how we learn from it. Right. Okay. So Yatish, thank you so much. Thank you. A great great teamwork for Regnant Ink. Right. I hope that there will be many more sessions, and we'll interact with many more alumnus of us. Right. Thank you so much. Happy evening to everyone. Right. Good night from my side. Bye, Yatish.
Okay. Bye, sir. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for your attention.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Yatish. We have heard your name a lot from like when we were in the college. We heard your name from many faculty members, and we have heard your name from Dhananjay sir also. He often takes your name as a an example for us. Like your engineering life was your personal engineering life was also indeed very motivating. That how you overcame your situations, how you realized, and how you managed to turn your life at a stage. So I hope this becomes a very good inspiration to all the people pursuing their engineering right now. Thank you very much for joining us in this session, sir.
Thank you, Krishna.
Thank you, sir.